Romans 12:2, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. If you do not renew your mind, you will carry on your way of thinking into your Christian life if you get saved. I've seen it so many times. I've seen so many people do it. I probably have done it myself. Let's be honest. Renewing your mind, it's laying down your way of thinking and taking on God's way of thinking. That's the simplest way to put what that means to renew your mind. How do we renew our mind? Well, get in the Word. When you get in the Word, you're washing yourself. You're washing yourself with what's right. Because when, yes, God delivers us. Yes, we've been made clean, but we still have to take off all these grave clothes. We still got to transform completely. And this is where being a co-laborer comes in. We have to renew our mind by washing ourselves in the Word, washing ourselves in prayer and teachings and preaching, going to church on Sunday, getting in a community, doing Bible studies with other believers, having an iron sharpens iron community. These things help renew your mind because you're getting the sound doctrine. You're getting what Jesus says, the Bible, and it's renewing and it's washing away your old way of thinking and replacing it with God's way of thinking. And we have to renew our mind because as a man thinks, so is he. So if you carry on your old way of thinking into your present life as a saved Christian, you will have a false doctrine, you will have a false way of thinking in your mind, and you will act and believe certain things that God doesn't approve on. You will do things and live life in, I guess you can say, a clueless manner because you're not renewing your mind, and things you have to have certain revelation on. But you have to renew your mind. It is so important. It literally says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed. You can only be transformed when you renew your mind. Why? Because as a man thinks, so is he. If you renew your mind, everything else comes out and flows according to whatever's in your mind. This is why it's so important. The mind is always a battlefield. The mind is always waging a war. It's either always siding with your spirit or with the flesh. This is why you have to renew your mind, because if you fail to renew your mind, you're going to side with your flesh, and your flesh is what got you in sin in the first place. So this is why we have to make sure we are renewing our mind, because if we fail to renew our mind daily, it can't be a one-day thing. You can't expect the renewal of your mind process yesterday to carry on to today. No, you need to do it daily. It is something that is never mastered, but it's something that has to be completed with each and every day. Why? Because we're always under attack. We're always under attack in our mind. This is why we have to renew our mind daily. So if we fail to renew our mind daily, then we will be living on the side toward our flesh when we are called to live out of our spirit.